Welcome to another AMA with Kadena Ecosystem. In this episode, we'll be speaking with the team from Koala Wallet. This conversation was recorded on March 29th, 2023, live on Twitter Spaces. The views and expressions in this AMA do not represent the views of Kadena Ecosystem directly and are not to be considered as financial advice. Please make sure to do your own research on the projects presented. Also make sure to follow and subscribe to our account to be alerted of new uploads. Now let's get started. Enjoy. Welcome everybody to another AMA with Kadena Ecosystem. Today we have the amazing folks over at Koala Wallet joining us to give us an update on all the awesome stuff that they've been working on and features they've been adding to the wallet, and hopefully a little bit of insight into some upcoming features. So today we have joining us, we have Michelle, who a lot of you have probably known, or if you've been involved with any Kadena projects, there's a good chance you may have spoken to her at some points. And we also have our amazing buddy Brenny over there, who is the project lead for the Kadena, the Koala Wallet. So he's the guy that makes sure that the ship stays afloat and keeps rocking and rolling and building this amazing wallet. So welcome both of you. I don't know if you want to start with maybe a little introductions about yourselves, what you guys do at Eucalyptus Labs / Koala Wallet, and we'll just kind of start off there.
Hey Chris, hey everybody. It's cool to be on this side of the Twitter space, I guess. My name's Michelle. I am Chief Marketing Officer at Eucalyptus Labs. I lead a lot of the projects like Kadena Ecosystem, and I control a lot of the marketing with Koala Wallet. A little bit about myself. My crypto experience, or my crypto journey, begins back in 2017. A lot of my experience lies in event management back in Toronto, and that allowed me to meet a lot of interesting and influential people. And one of those people introduced me to Bitcoin. I was always interested in the financial markets, mainly FX, precious metals, indices. So I feel like anybody who knows enough about the financial markets, a transition to blockchain and crypto is kind of natural once you kind of learn how much better it is, and just taking financial control or taking control of your finances. Back in, I believe it's 2021, I met the gang, Kobe and the gang, at another previous venture that we were all working. I am not ashamed to admit that I was stalking Kobe's Twitter likes, and that's how I ended up on learning about Kadena, and then eventually he shilled it to us. So I was lucky enough to have a little bit of an inside scope about it. And then, yeah, so it's almost been a year now that we've been working on Kadena Ecosystem, working on Koala Wallet in stealth mode, and here we are now. We've had the app out live since end of November, and we've come a really long way.
Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, it's been quite the ride. I remember when we first got to meet you over at our last venture, and we're very pleased to have you on board. And then it's been nothing but up and up. Me and you pretty much work hand in hand with each other during the day. So I got to say,
Yes.
I thoroughly enjoy working with you. So you
Aw,
always brighten up my day.
same
It's always
here.
great to talk. Thank you. Let's kick it over to Brenny. Brenny, let's maybe go over a quick little bit about your background in crypto and what you do over at Koala Wallet and Eucalyptus Labs.
Yeah, sure. Hi, guys. Lovely to be on here. Yeah, so back in like 2011, 2012, when I was in high school, me and a friend had both heard about Bitcoin and decided we were really intrigued. We ended up getting our hands on a few. Bit young and dumb back then. We didn't save the keys. So we lost our keys and lost interest, really. And then I got back into crypto back in around 2016, 2017 time. And that's when I first started working with Angelos and Fernando, Kobe, and the rest of the team at a previous venture. Been going strong with those guys ever since. And yeah, I think like the first time I really heard about Kadena was like last year when Kobe and the guys told me they were leaving the previous venture, and I was a bit intrigued to what their plans were. And when they told me they was moving to develop on another chain and to bring this chain up from pretty much nothing, like, and make it known, revive it pretty much. I was really intrigued to join them. So I was like, guys, let me come. I was like a little kid at Christmas. I wanted a new challenge. I really love a challenge. So I was like, guys, get me in. And been going great for the past year, just over a year ish, since we was decided to jump ship and start our own thing, and it's been going great. Love it.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you there. It has been a great ride, and I was super excited to be able to also take that jump over to the Eucalyptus Labs little group there, and we've just been working hard and building crazy. So let's get into Koala Wallet. For those who don't know, we started Koala Wallet, like Michelle said, back in November. And since then, we've just been pumping out as much stuff as we can, but at the same time, making sure that we're doing things properly and in a professional and safe and secure manner, and also something that's also pleasing to the eye. We have an amazing Flutter and design team that have been building the wallet out. So let's just start a little bit with the development so far, the way we've developed our wallet compared to maybe some of the other wallets out there, and the things that we kind of took into account right from the get-go that are going to help us build this wallet down the road. I don't know, Brenny, you
Yeah,
want to
sure.
start with that?
I'll take that. So, like, development so far it's been going like phenomenal. It's been great. Our team are very experienced, as you'll see from their profiles on our website. They're very experienced. They've got loads of past experience in crypto, and not even just crypto, like other applications and from their previous like jobs. That allows us to be very agile with our development, and it means that we have a team that we can depend on and that know the best ways forward, instead of jumping in head first and snapping our own necks. Um, so like that sets us apart from most other wallets out there, because we're taking it slow, making sure that everything we do is in a way that will last for our plans for the future, and make sure that we don't have to do double the work, and also please users. So we're taking time to listen to their feedback and make sure that we can build out with everything correctly done for the rest of the ecosystem. So we'll get on to WalletConnect, for example, in a bit, and that's sort of something I'm speaking about, that sticking with standards and making sure there's a real direction rather than things just thrown all over the place and just mashed together like a bit of like nursery artwork.
I don't have much to do with development, though I really love to tune into those meetings and pretend I know what's going on. And even sometimes the developers let me merge stuff on GitHub. But as a marketer, my job is kind of to take this product that our team develops and show it to the world. And they make our job, or my job, really easy because we have a great product. And what we kind of have done differently from some other wallets, not only in this ecosystem, but in crypto in general, is that we really took a community first approach, besides security first and user experience first. But the way that we launched our beta is we did a lot of internal testing. We tested it as much as we can. Shout out Brenny and Fernando. Those are awesome QA guys. And then we, launched this quote unquote beta to the community, and we kind of let them have their own taste and give their suggestions and their feedback. And we were able to create a roadmap based on all of that. So we have most of our experience in mobile development, but the community is screaming at us. We want a web browser, or sorry, a web extension. We want a web extension. So of course, we're building this for you guys. Why aren't we going to deliver that? Of course we are. So it's really cool to be able to talk to the community and deliver these things for them. And that's also something I really like about crypto marketing or Web3 marketing, whatever you want to call it, is that instead of just directly marketing to the users, you are able to keep this kind of strong bond together, and it kind of deepens with uh, the more the users use it, the more we develop based on their, likes and all that fun stuff. So it's really cool.
Yeah, I agree. We're not developing for ourselves. When you develop any product or market any product, you're developing it for the end user. You don't put your own thoughts too much into it and what you want. You have to listen to the community and get that feedback. And Michelle and the marketing team have been doing amazing relaying everything to us. It's awesome.
Yeah, we've definitely taken a lot of pages out of our previous ventures and brought it over. And one of those things has always been making sure that we listen to the community and that we take into account the things and features that they want to see. Now, one good thing about our extensive background in wallets, both Brenny and I come from extensive support backgrounds, talking directly with users. So a lot of the times we kind of have a very good idea on what users need and want out of a wallet when it comes to the basics. But then with Kadena, it throws in kind of another twist to it because it's a whole different kind of blockchain, and the community is slightly a little bit different than we've seen from a lot of the other communities. So what do you think? I'll maybe put this towards Brenny first. What do you think are some of the strong points when it comes to our wallet creation? Like, I'll throw one of these out, for example, is that we've designed from the very start to make it simple to be able to build on other platforms by using Flutter, for example. What are some of the other ways that our amazing team has kind of forward thought when it comes to building out these features?
Well, as you said, we chose Flutter because it's cross-platform, which means it's half of the work for us, for our developers, when we do move to other platforms such as the web extension and the desktop support that we do have planned. But the things that we're doing like great as just a whole collective team is taking on that user feedback and being able to know and adapt our own designs and our own processes to deliver on what they want. We're constantly reviewing like the user patterns and changes in the market. Like I say, we're an agile team. We can adapt to market conditions and the next big thing that we need to deliver and allow users to interact with. Our back end team have done an amazing job at making sure that we've got the redundancy in place should we see a massive influx in users, so there's not going to be any downtime. And yeah, everything just we're building with making sure that there's zero downtime to users, and Koala's the place to be for your ecosystem needs.
Now, when it comes to the back end, can we maybe talk a little bit more about what sets us apart that way over some of the other wallets? Because I know that we've put a lot of work into our back end, for example, our indexer. So maybe, Brenny, you can talk a little bit about what exactly it is and that we're doing in the back end that people don't see that will really benefit the user in the future and currently.
You can already see a difference between our wallet and other wallets. In balance refresh transaction history refreshes, we are indexing all transactions ourselves directly from the blockchain. We're not relying on public nodes. We are running our own nodes in the back end to make sure that we basically are not allowing downtime. We don't want to be relying on third-party services where if something happens on their end, we're going to be buggered on our end for the users. They're not going to be able to see their transactions, not going to be able to transact and see their balances. So yeah, we've put a whole lot of effort into the back end. Our back end team are amazing. They're absolute gurus. Half of the time I don't understand what they're talking about, but they do, and that's all that matters. They're doing a phenomenal job. Always constantly improving on response times from each of our endpoints. For example, the NFTs that we released earlier, they have constantly been improving like daily to make sure that those indexed and refreshing at like top speeds. It's amazing. We're just constantly improving every single day.
So let's get a little bit into the NFT support because right now, as it stands, we are pretty much the only wallet that shows NFTs directly inside the wallet. Although it seems that Echo Wallet may be coming out with this feature as well in the near future. But maybe you can discuss a little bit about the challenges that we had to go through to get that NFT support, right from just the indexing, because of the fact that it is NFTs in the Kadena ecosystem are spread across multiple different code standards, from Marmalade to Butter to even some that are just like kind of almost one-off standards, and how we took our time to make sure that we were going to be able to showcase all of these properly, and then also just how they're showed in the UI was also something that took a little bit of work. So maybe if you want to go a little bit over that.
Yeah, sure. So the main challenge with NFTs, as you said, was the different like implementations of a standard, because Marmalade isn't really a standard, it's a ledger, and each different project that uses Marmalade are using it differently. So it's been a challenge for us to understand that we're still learning ourselves about all this stuff, as most people are that are coming to Kadena. But the biggest challenge, yeah, would be being able to index each NFT with minimal downtime, minimal like response times. We're trying to make sure that everything's fast for the user, because we've had experiences in the past where it's not been so fast, and we know that speed is everything in crypto. It changes every second. So we've got to make sure that we're on top of our game there. We're constantly adding new collections, so any NFT projects that are listening that do not see theirs in the app, they can just reach out to us and we'll work with them to add them to the app. But the design, overall, the design, we didn't want something that was just standard, and we decided to go with trying to display them in a way that allows the user to see everything at once, but also at the same time have them like separated when they want to. We're still improving on that feature, but it's there, and we're happy to listen to suggestions.
It was actually Kobe's design idea to have this NFT carousel. So he was really involved with that and making sure that, NFTs are one of the biggest things on Kadena right now. So that experience is really solid for the community.
Yeah, Kobe's been involved with every part of this wallet. He's not like one of the usual CEOs of a company that just sit back and let everybody do the work for them. Kobe's he's a dab hand at using a pen and pencil. A pen and pencil, God's sake, I can't talk. A pencil and a bit of paper, guys. His sketches, they get the point across, and our designers then flip them into something beautiful. So all shout outs to Kobe on that.
That's something that Kobe should release after they have been implemented in the wallet. Show people these little like napkin drawings that he's been doing pretty much of the flow and the layouts and stuff like that. Because some of them like they are very very basic, but you can totally see where they start and then where they end up in the wallet, and it's quite interesting. And I feel.
Who knows? We'll start releasing them as NFTs.
It's so cool to see the, I guess, idea come to life, or just the stick drawing that you send to the designer, and then the designer sends you this beautiful thing. Even with the Kadena ecosystem, we had this palm tree, my rendition of that, and then what it actually came to life. It's so cool.
Yeah, we've really lucked out, I feel, on a lot of the team members that we've had. Let's maybe just discuss a little bit about the team itself, because we haven't really. A lot of them are a little bit more camera or microphone shy than some of the other ones, but let's talk a little bit about our amazing Flutter team and our amazing other teams that really don't get showcased as much as I feel they should. Maybe Michelle, you want to maybe talk a little bit about some of the other amazing team members that we have?
I have to shout out Varsik. She is our Flutter queen. Insert butterfly emoji. She is always working, always merging, always updating, fixing bugs, especially with Brenny. Sometimes I hop into Discord, which is where we do our, internal chats, and I see her online at like 12 a.m., or I'll see her in a conference room that we have in the chat on the weekend. So our developers are doing a lot of hard work. Also need to give a special shout out to Angelos, the true OG CryptoPunk. Really trying to get him on a space, so I hope that you guys will be able to hear his stories one day. Also, we have Tim, who is on the last space that we did with Kadena Ecosystem. That's also a true crypto OG. He built, I think it was Bitcoinium, Bitcoin ads back in like 2008, which is crazy to think about now. Who else can we shout out? Special shout out to Adam. Adam is listening. That's our Twitter guy, and he's really pumping them out, keeping the community informed about koala, about eucalyptus, about Kadena. What else? We have Kevin, who is kind of our Swiss Army knife, our full stack dev, doing everything. We have Blaze, our backend guru, Anushik, our lady backend guru.
Can't forget Fernando, our support guru, who
Yes.
writes all of those amazing articles.
Hey, let's give him a bit more of a shout than that, guys. He's not just support. He holds everything together. He's like a mirrored version of me. He does a bit of everything. He's cool. He's the guy that does all the testing. Like he's making sure that this stuff isn't breaking in everybody else's faces. So and Angelos is like the father figure of the whole team, not just in age, but he's awesome. He's always holding us all together, making sure that we're all on the right path and making sure everybody's communicating correctly. He's awesome.
Yeah, I really think that there is no bug that can get past Fernando and Brenny. So we're really grateful to have them on the team.
Yeah, we've really been very lucky in the people that we've been able to find, not just the team that have been working together for years. Like I'd say 3/4 of us have been working together for between 8 to at least 8 years, up to some of them. So it's been quite the journey that a lot of them have, and a lot of them have some really awesome stories, things that would just blow your mind when you hear them. It's like, wow, there's no way that actually happened. But hopefully one day we can get a couple of them on and share some of those amazing stories with us. So let's move on to what's going to be hopefully the next big feature coming out. I know that it may be available already for Android users, and that would be in-app swaps. A lot of people were asking for in-app swaps because, it's a lot easier to, obviously, if you have some Kadena and you want to maybe get some Wiza or, some Kishu Ken coins or anything like that, you don't really want to have to leave your wallet and send your funds to another place. You'd be nice to have it all in one nice and happy place. So let's talk a little bit about the implementation of our swap and what all it took to get that into the app, because it wasn't exactly the easiest thing to do, but it also turned out, I believe, very well. So I don't know if Brenny, if you want to maybe start with just kind of explaining what the in-app swap feature is and how it works and the work that went into it.
Yeah, sure. So a lot of work went into the swaps. It was painful testing. We probably had about 15, 16 alphas before we even got to the almost final product, and it was painful. So it's finally been released. It's on Android already. You'll be able to get it. And iOS, they have other ideas. Apple are not the best. They're the slowest to review an app. And we might even have the next feature out before they even get the swaps out the door there. But there's going to be improvements to the swap. The swap is there to allow users pretty much to swap between Kadena and tokens to Kadena. But we want to improve on it. We've already got plans to improve. But this is a start. And we're hopeful for receiving feedback from the community on how we can better it for those users that are actually using that feature.
Now, one more thing about our swap is who it's going through and our plans for the future. Maybe discuss a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, we are hopefully going to be adding more providers to the swap feature, and maybe we will. I don't really want to say too much because I might get into trouble, but we're going to make it easier. That's all I can really say is we're going to make it easier for users to swap. Not just Kadena and tokens. We'll see what comes.
To start, we've partnered up with the awesome fellow grantees, excuse me, at Katie Labs, Katie Swap. So you'll be able to swap all your tokens via them on Chain One. So shout out to those guys over there. They've helped us with a lot of things in development, and we work really closely with their team. We really built Koala's passport to the Kadena ecosystem. So adding this swap feature now, users don't have to even leave the wallet. And with the new features that we're planning on implementing, you won't even have to leave it at all, I hope.
Well, let's maybe roll into the next feature that we are gonna have coming out, and I feel it's going to be one of the largest ones that we've released. Although swaps and NFTs were rather large, I believe this next one will really push us over that edge, and that is WalletConnect. I don't know if you want to maybe start off, Brenny, of explaining what WalletConnect is, and then maybe just go over how we've implemented it and some of the work that we've done directly with the WalletConnect team.
Yeah, sure. WalletConnect is basically a protocol that allows you to communicate between wallets and dApps without exposing sensitive information. And it's already out. Well, all right, it's not out, but we've just pushed the release to the app stores. So pending review, guys. Android will be probably out tomorrow. iOS probably in about 3 months. I'm joking. Like a day or two, hopefully. But so yeah, soon everybody will be able to connect between all right, most dApps. It's a tricky one. WalletConnect has been one of the hardest features for us to actually integrate, not because it's hard to integrate, but there's no standard. There was no standard. KIP 17 was just approved and merged a few days ago, and we've implemented it, but dApps haven't yet. Most dApps. I don't believe there's one dApp that has, but we have also implemented the old way that most other dApps use, and that's been a painstaking process to test each individual dApp and ensuring that each bit of interactivity that you can do with the WalletConnect is there and is functioning as expected. There might be one or two bugs that you come across, and if you do, guys, anybody that's listening and is going to be testing it, let us know and we'll fix it instantly, almost. But yeah, so it's a real great feeling knowing that that's finally out the door and we can continue improving on other big features that we've got. And anybody that is interested in any dApp that's interested in integrating and implementing the KIP 17, and you need help, maybe just try reaching out to us, and we can always point you in the right direction and help out. Because at the end of the day, we want as many dApps to be following the correct standard as possible, because it makes everybody's job easier.
Yeah, that's the challenge. One of the challenges of working with Kadena is the lack of standards. And that's one of the challenges that we've taken upon ourselves. And with WalletConnect, Tim likes to say that this whole situation is like the chicken and the egg, which comes first? Does the wallet implement the correct standard first? Does the dApp implement the right standard first? So I guess we're taking the lead on that. I believe Swarms has it implemented, but they're in beta, and that's about it. So push your favorite dApps to implement this. I believe that the old version is going to be obsolete at the end of June this year. So get them on that.
Yeah, June the 28th, it gets completely deprecated, V1. So everybody get onto V2 and implement the KIP 17 standard for Kadena.
I'm also really excited to say that we have been working directly with WalletConnect to build their Dart Flutter package. So that means any app building with Flutter and wants to use WalletConnect will be using ours. It's really exciting. Hopefully I did that justice, Brenny.
I think you did. It's hard because we're not actually devs, so it would have been great to have one of the developers on it, but most of them are sick. They've been exhausting themselves, and we appreciate them. They need a bit of rest.
Yes, they're magicians. They just build this stuff out of nothing. Shout out to them.
Yeah, so that's kind of huge when you really think about it, because for anyone who's been in crypto for a while and has ever used WalletConnect, you know how useful that is for a protocol when it comes to wallets and dApps. Because unless you're talking about a extension wallet or something like that, or a native integrated wallet into a dApp, there's no real other way for wallets to communicate with these systems other than WalletConnect. Right now, a few of the other wallets have been able to be directly integrated into a lot of these dApps, but just adding WalletConnect will really open up the field to a lot of other wallets. Pretty much any wallet that's going to support Kadena can add now this WalletConnect, and then you have access to pretty much all the dApps across the system. And as one thing we mentioned earlier about how one of the problems with Kadena is the lack of standards, and it's good to see that the official team has noticed that and is actually starting to push to standardize things, starting with the KIP 17 for WalletConnect. They're slowly getting there. Things do take time and development. You got to make sure rigorous testing goes into these things to make sure that they're safe and secure for everyone to use, and that they're fully functioning across many different dApps needing many different things. Like there's some dApps that need multi signature functions, things like that, that you want to make sure that they work functionally and correctly. So like Brenny said, if there's any projects out there listening that are looking to get onto the new WalletConnect standard before the end of June, when the current version that a lot of the dApps are using is going to be depreciated, feel free to join the Koala Wallet Discord. You can find the links by clicking on the Koala Wallet profile here in the space and go to the link tree there. Join up our Discord. Our devs are always in there. I'm in there all the time. Michelle's in there. Kobe's in there all the time. Brenny's in there. We're all in there chatting all the time. So feel free to jump in and say, hey, I want to implement this. Any chance you guys could help me out, show me ways, show me documents, things like that. And we'd be more than willing to help anyone implement these things. So very cool, though, that it shows that we've been Eucalyptus Labs. We're not just trying to build tools for ourselves. We've been trying to build tools for the community and things that everyone can use and implement for their own features and for their own dApps and stuff like that. And it's really important for people to realize that like these things are very important to the ecosystem. It's one of the reasons why the ecosystem isn't really moving as quick as it could be, is because you have all these different standards and protocols and things that are just kind of fragmented across the whole community. And slowly we're bringing them all together into this fine chain web, I can say, kind of to use a bit of a Kadena pun here, of different standards, and just bringing it all under one tree and safe for everyone. So that's really cool to hear that that these things are getting pushed, and that we've been working really hard to make sure that the whole ecosystem is going to benefit from not just our work, but the work of many right across the system. Because we've had people also assisting us with the implementation of these things. Some of you may know Sterling, who was around the ecosystem. He was very helpful in helping us implement and build the WalletConnect. So we want to give a bit of a shout out to him for helping us there. And lots of other people. We have like KD Swaps. We have partners with all of these people, because at Koala Wallet, it's very much like we've been saying, we're very community focused, and we want to make sure that all of these different projects building across the ecosystem can all work together and help each other out. And just like we find little things here and there, like when we were doing the KD Swap integration, we found little tiny things that could help benefit not just our wallet, but anyone that's looking to implement a swap. And they helped us make changes, we helped them make changes, and really all that does is make everything stronger and everyone better. So the more people helping, the better. So if you want to get involved, make sure you guys join the Discord and get involved. So let's talk maybe a little bit about the future of Koala Wallet. Like I said, we have in-app swaps available right now in the Android store. They're in review for iOS. We have NFT support on both platforms already, which we are adding more to as we continue to build out that section of the wallet. But let's talk maybe about some of the things that we are working slowly on in the background that are in the roadmap and things that could see in the future. I know we already mentioned web extension wallet. Maybe let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so most people that maybe with WalletConnect, people won't want it now because for the idea behind the web extension was to be able to easily connect to dApps. And does anybody really use web wallets? Maybe. Just give us your feedback. Maybe we'll put a poll up and see if people still want it. But yeah, it's awesome that people are giving us feedback. We like WalletConnect is out, so is the web extension going to be needed, guys? But apart from that, we're going to be looking into a desktop version, a native desktop version. There's going to be further like language and fiat support. And one of the big ones is multi-coin. We're going to begin adding Bitcoin as a start to bring more eyes to Kadena. Because if you integrate a big coin, such as Bitcoin, the king, everybody wants that. Everybody's holding that. At least most people in crypto will be. And we can hopefully bring more eyes to the Kadena ecosystem, as well as providing people a super secure place to store their Bitcoin holdings. Other things such as importing your private keys, like raw private keys, like key pairs, we will support importing those soon-ish. I'm not going to give a date because our developers will kill me. But yeah, we're going to also the dApp browser. So with WalletConnect, yes, you can connect to any dApp in any browser, but we're going to have an in-app dApp browser, so you literally don't have to leave the wallet at all, which is going to be pretty cool.
You'll be able to, play with wizards arena, fight, and all that fun stuff. I just wanted to mention or speak a little bit more about multi-coin. That is where a lot of our experience comes from. Our directors have rubbed elbows with some of the founders from your other favorite chains beside Kadena. And also something that I really respected about Kadena is that they respect Bitcoin. The chain web was based off of the braided chains of Bitcoin. So it's really paying homage to that. Excuse me. And then, like Brenny said, by expanding the coins that we support, we're also, people are going to see Kadena in the wallet and be like, oh, what is that? So, of course, when you think, or as a marketer, a challenge that you face is how do I spread the word, or how do I get more people to know about Kadena? And that is one of the first things that come to mind is, oh, you go to other chains. And as easy as that may sound, I feel like one of the best ways to do that is to, I'm going to say, penetrate those chains by adding them to the wallet. Let everyone know about Koala Wallet. Let everyone know about Kadena. So we're really excited about that.
For sure, adding more coins is just going to bring more eyes onto Kadena. If people are going to be able to, once we add like Bitcoin into the wallet, adding Bitcoin tags to the Play stores, all that kind of stuff, it's going to just draw more attention. People are going to be like, oh, I want to download a wallet. The amount of people that probably just search the word Bitcoin in an app store is probably quite large. So just bringing in more features. And if we're just starting with Bitcoin, that doesn't mean that in the future you may also see, for example, Ethereum and Ethereum-based tokens. Maybe, who knows, Binance Smart Chain, since it's kind of the same idea. There's the limit, the possibilities are almost limitless, especially with the amazing team we have and the background that we have to the places that we can take this wallet. And there's a couple other features that I think are kind of important too that we're working on that maybe we should talk about. And one is multi-seed, multi-account. Maybe Brenny, if you want to explain what that means to people, because I've found through our other experiences in the past that can be also a very valuable asset for a wallet.
Yeah, so the idea is that many people, when they've been testing out new coins, new different assets, they have different apps, they have different seed phrases all over the place, and we want to allow without having to transfer these coins all over to one seed phrase. And many people like to split them up between different seeds for reasons such as like savings or for like their daily spending and things like that. We want to allow people to just have them all in one app and see all their balances at once. And also derive secondary accounts from the same seed. So you could have like 10 Kadena wallets if you liked under the same seed, and that single seed will be your safe backup. You don't have to worry about exporting each individual private key and storing those like insecurely, because private keys are hard to store. Well, harder than a seed phrase anyway. So yeah, we want to give people more options for importing different wallets and seeds over to Koala. For it's just basically making it interoperable for between each different wallet and allowing people that option.
I don't know. Maybe we want to maybe talk about the key stuff. I know if you're so interested right now, you could probably go find information about this at support.koalawallet.io. That one of the problems we were having is that when we first implemented the wallet was that people were kind of stuck in the wallet and weren't able to move to other wallets through that. Now, since that time, we have come up with a way to be able to export private keys. So, that is just another example of kind of the way we listen to the community and make sure that we want to make sure that the community is taken care of, and that no matter what happens, you're going to be able to access your funds. And that is one of the most fundamental things when it comes to crypto in wallets, is being able to access your funds no matter what. For example, recently today or yesterday, one of the other wallet providers, Jack's Wallet, that's been around forever, has decided to close their doors. Now, one good thing about the fact that the same way we use the seed phrases and stuff like that, and the correct standards, is that people who have that wallet can just use their seed phrase to restore into another compliant wallet. And that is the way that crypto is supposed to be, is that you always have access to your funds. You're never stuck with them in one spot. You can always move them into another wallet. And we're slowly working on one of the problems, of course, with Kadena is lack of standardization across certain things, but we're getting there to the point where that is going to be a possibility in the future, to just be able to hop from one provider to the other with your 12 or 24 words in the case of Koala. So something like that is super important when it comes to wallets, blockchain in general, I find. I don't know if maybe, Brenny, you want to add on to that at all, or your thoughts on that?
I mean, not so much onto the keys thing, because that's always going to be that's always been an issue with every different wallet. But I did just hear from one of the koalas that Android is live with WalletConnect. So anybody that wants to go and test it, go and download it from the app from the Android App Store. Go and get it.
That's awesome.
And let us know. Let us know your thoughts.
I did want to.
Whoa, don't wait. Did iOS actually beat Android?
No, this is Android.
Okay.
Android, sorry. Yeah, so
Oh,
it's
okay. I was
Android,
about to
guys.
say, I'm like,
Go.
no. That can't be. That's not possible.
Go get it from the Android store.
Apple has never ever beaten Android in pushing an
It
update.
it did once. It did once. It did
I think
once.
for
did
the
I know we were
release,
surprised.
it beat Android,
Yeah, it was
right?
the release. It was the release. Yep,
That's
it
that's
was.
that's that's crazy. Well, you guys heard it there. Go if you have an Android device, make sure you guys, if you already have Koala Wallet, make sure to go and update it. You'll find WalletConnect in the same spot you find NFTs and everything. Make sure you guys go try it on your favorite dApps. If you run into any issues at all with it, make sure to join our Discord, or you can even send us a DM. Our DMs are open on Twitter here, and our support will get right on top of looking into the issue. Try to be try to be as descriptive as you can so that we don't have to go through a whole question and answer thing and can get right to the point and try to figure out what the issue may be. But you guys heard it here first. WalletConnect is now live on Koala Wallet, so that is pretty big, I feel, and hopefully it'll really help push us up in those numbers. I think the last time we looked, we're at a couple of thousand downloads across both platforms. I don't know if Michelle, you have the numbers off the top of your head.
Yes, we're at a couple thousand. And while you're updating your latest version of Koala Wallet, make sure you leave us a nice review packed with some buzzwords like Kadena, best Kadena wallet, NFTs, Wallet Connect Swap. Give me all the good stuff in there. And we appreciate it so much. It helps us a lot. I've said this before, we're one of the only projects in Kadena that have not done an ICO or IDO. We just want to build great stuff for you. So if you appreciate it, that's the best way that you can show us.
For sure. We love reading the reviews as well. We respond to all of our reviews, good or bad, doesn't matter. You will definitely hear back from us. So thank you very much for anyone who has left a review. It's very much appreciated. But I think that kind of covers all of the stuff that we wanted to talk about today. I don't know if anyone listening has any questions or want to chime in. Please feel free to send in a request to speak. I don't know if maybe our fearless leader Kobe here, who is listening, maybe wants to say a couple of words. I'm sure we all love to hear his wonderful voice. Anyone else, though, that if you have any questions, definitely feel free to send in a request.
Let's try and get Kobe up here for a dad joke. We love those. Also, I did want to mention we are working on so many things in the background other than Koala Wallet. We're always updating the KadenaEcosystem.com website, and we're working on a brand new Kadena Explorer. It's looking really good. We're connecting back into the front end, so you can expect that soon. Lightning fast. You'll be able to search without choosing, I guess, whether it's your request key or account. So, we're really, really working here behind the scenes.
And when Michelle says lightning fast, she means lightning fast, like faster than any other Explorer we've seen.
Yeah, it was fast, and then Tim was like, no, this is not fast enough. And then it was lightning fast.
Yeah, we've been working really hard on a lot of different things. Another one that we haven't mentioned yet is our swag store. So if you like that little koala symbol you see, we have some really cool swag in our store, swag.koalawallet.io. You can go pick up some hoodies, some t-shirts. We just recently added some Kadena themed merch itself. You can get some really cool t-shirts. We got that really cool pink hoodie that everyone always loves. We got our version of it and some other really cool designs that our amazing designers have been coming up with. So make sure you guys go and check that out as well, swag.koalawallet.io. I know one of our listeners right now, Mr. Noah there, who I see in the chat, maybe go check out some of his most recent YouTube videos. I'm sure he has links on his profile that you can click on his profile here, and maybe you might be able to find yourself a discount code somewhere in maybe one of the descriptions for his videos or things like that. We're slowly starting to get more partners involved with the swag, giving them codes, things like that. So you'll be seeing more of those popping up around the ecosystem, but make sure you guys go and give that a check. Now we got My Crypto coming up here, My Crypto Jams. If you got something to say or a question, go right ahead.
Yeah, just a really quick one. I don't know if you'll be able to speak on it or not, but I was just curious about, I suppose, the roadmap or future plans for the Explorer and any new features you could tease maybe coming up in the next few months on that.
What I can say is, other than some basic features, like we did with Koala Wallet, we're releasing it pretty simple, and then we're going to be building on top of that after we've made sure the foundation is secure. But what was not supposed to be in V1 was NFTs. And since we built such an awesome indexer for the wallet, now NFTs will be on the Explorer. I hope that's good enough alpha for you. I think it's a pretty big deal.
No, that's brilliant, Jen. I know like you can't release too much on it, but yeah, nice to get that extra bit of info. So thanks.
If you do want a sneak peek at the UI, you can always go on to eucalyptuslabs.com and check out our products there. We have a little sneak peek of the homepage and how it's going to look.
Yeah, there's lots of cool things coming up. So make sure you guys follow all of the accounts that you see on the screen talking right now. Lots of really awesome things in the works, and you'll be seeing more sneak peeks and us talking about more things very soon. We have our good buddy Ron from Wizards Arena that stepped up. Ron, if you have something to say, please go right ahead.
What's going on? How's everybody doing?
Hey, Ron. Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I just heard you guys talking about the Block Explorer. I was wondering. So we recently did a little bit of a giveaway with Koala Wallet, and I was talking to Michelle, and she wanted me to send her a transaction ID, and I forgot to ask Ilario to send me the transaction ID. So I went on a freaking wild goose chase for about an hour, running through the Block Explorer, trying to find this transaction ID. I was just wondering, like, do you guys plan to, like, I guess make the Block Explorer that you're building like a little bit less code intensive? I feel like the one that we have on Kadena right now is like there's a little bit of an information problem where like it's like if you're not a dev, then you have no idea how to use it. You know what I mean?
Yep, 100% hear you on that, and can say for sure that you can think of the Koala, well, I say Koala, but the Koala-based Explorer as something like Etherscan, so it's going to have perfect UX. Really, it's one of those explorers that everybody knows it works perfect. So you can think of it like that. It's going to be similar, very similar.
Yeah, Etherscan did a really good job. We didn't have to reinvent the wheel. So we hope that we made the Explorer very simple for users to use, just like we kind of did with Koala Wallet. Our designers are really talented and they always have the user in mind.
I want to say though, it's definitely not just a clone of Etherscan, but we've took their points on UX into consideration, and we are building something similar.
Awesome. I think a lot of the people coming into Kadena are gonna kind of have an Ethereum experience, and like they've been in Ethereum or maybe Binance Smart Chain before, and like so whenever you kind of have this onboarding experience, one of your like the first questions you're gonna ask is like, where can I find the Block Explorer? And like I don't know, the one that people are directed to right now just I don't know, it just kind of sucks for lack of a better term. Like I don't like using it. It's nothing like how the other blockchains have. So, I think if you guys deliver something nice and have the good UI like you're talking about and has all the correct functions and even NFTs like Michelle just said, that's huge. Because I don't know, can you even see like NFT images on like Etherscan or like BSC scan? Do you guys know?
I haven't checked in a while actually, but
You can,
I'm
yeah,
not
you
sure.
can see them
I
on
think
Etherscan. Yeah.
But yeah, well, that's awesome. And, just shout out to you guys. I have like the utmost respect for Kadena Ecosystem and Koala Wallet. You guys aren't ever really out here chasing a buck or really trying to get paid. You just see the need for stuff in the ecosystem and you deliver it. So, I appreciate you guys.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Ron. Yeah, we appreciate all the work you guys have been doing over at Wizards Arena and stuff. It's been really cool to see all of these projects that are building in the ecosystem really start to build up large communities, large followings, and also tech side, innovating and bringing things to the table that aren't necessarily seen in other ecosystems, which is one of the good things that Kadena provides is some of the little back end tricks that you can do with it really sets us apart, I feel, from the rest of the crowd. So thank you very much, guys, for coming up and putting in your input. It's been very much appreciated. I don't know if anyone else has anything to say, but I absolutely love coming and talking about all of the amazing products that we work at Eucalyptus Labs, including Kadena Ecosystem, Koala Wallet, and lots of others that we have in the pipeline. So I want to thank both Michelle and Brenny for coming up and joining me today to talk about these features. It's been very much appreciated. And like I said, if anyone has anything that they want to add or any questions, please definitely follow us on Twitter for Koala Wallet. Click on the profile there, click on our link tree. You can join our Discord. We also have YouTube channel with lots of really cool shorts and stuff that are great, amazing. Fernando has been working really hard on. And you also, if you watch some of the shorts, you may even hear some recognize some of the voices that you've heard today in some of the shorts. So make sure you guys go and check those out as well. But again, thank you, both of you guys, for joining me today. It's been an absolutely great conversation.
Thank you, Chris. You're a lovely host.
It's been awesome.
Thanks
to the
guys. Questions, to the speakers, I guess, who came up, and shout out Wizards Arena. And there's a Kadena campfire, so let's all go over there and have a party.
Yes, make sure you guys go and do that as well. So thank you very much, absolutely everyone, for listening today. It's been absolutely great talking again about Koala Wallet. And like I said, make sure you guys go and download Koala Wallet today, available on both Android and Apple app stores. So make sure you guys go check that out. And thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, everyone.
Take care. Bye-bye.
That wraps up another amazing AMA. Thank you for listening. Here at KPN, we strive to bring an open platform for projects being built on Kadena to present themselves to the community. Please ensure to do your own research on each project before investing. Also ensure to follow us on all our social media, from Twitter to subscribing to our weekly newsletter, to ensure to keep up to date on everything KDA related. You can find all the links in the description below. Take care.